restaurant right now. So I shall repeat the question. Can I help you? Oh, please forgive me. Well, I just thought you were just some commoner from outside who lost or something. I didn't realize that you actually want to come into the restaurant. Well, to me, first impressions are everything. Unfortunately, I just took the wrong impression with you to start off with. But mistakes happen from time to time. Well, let me introduce myself. I am the manager of this fine restaurant. You may have heard of us. We're pretty well known in this area. Of course you've heard of us. But then again, I'm not too sure if you actually have. Because those who have heard of us tend to dress up just a little bit better than, well, better than this fine collection of clothing you have going on here. I know a shop that would be very keen to do you a favor and smarten yourself up a little bit, but I'm not being rude, I'm just being honest. Honesty is key, of course, in business like this. But anyway, I digress. You are obviously here for a reason, are you not? Forgive me, I just thought I would take the opportunity to look at your reflection and do my tie. Now, please repeat again. Okay, yes. A reservation. That might be a little bit tricky. This is a very unique restaurant. We only let a certain type of people in here, and I'm afraid you don't meet that criteria. Well, I am feeling most generous today. I could have a change of mind. Okay, well, how about that? I just take a look, see if I could fit you in somewhere, providing I can find somewhere out the way so my regular customers or any new visitors, they won't see you. Hopefully neither of my staff. Well, if I could find a place, would you want to still eat there? Need I ask that question? Of course you would. Okay, well, how many is it for? 1? 4? So you'll be joined by guests, will you not? Well, forgive me, unless my eyes deceive me, I can only see one person in front of me. Are your guests going to be appearing later, or they just made up in your head? Forgive me, that's merely a little joke I was having with you there. So, these guests, what time would they be arriving? You don't know. And who are these guests? Friends. So, you don't know what time your friends are turning up, but you wish to reserve a table for these elusive friends of yours. Well, they don't sound entirely friendly to me. But then again, you don't look entirely bit suspicious, but like I said, I've been honest. Let me check the reservation book. Now, of course, we have been open for many years now, and we've been making reservations for a long time. So, let me just find the date and see who we have booked in for today, and we could see if we could fit you and your merry band of elusive people in for a meal this evening. A superb evening that was. We've had some fine guests here. I beg your pardon. I completely forgot what I was doing there. I was just going through the impressive guest list we've had here in the past. But just bear with me. I'm sure we'll get to today's date eventually. We don't usually keep these people waiting, but we don't usually have people like yourself here in this restaurant, so I'm sure you understand that we don't have to be exceptionally proper this evening. Okay. Well, what I'm seeing here, lords and ladies, yes, we can't have you anywhere near those. The managers of the suit shop with, yes, they gave me a fitting for a suit. I expect you haven't been in there. You have. Well, that is a surprise. And why are you not in your fine English attire this evening? Well, pitiful excuse. One likes to dress their best when they go out for dinner. Clearly you don't. So they're sitting there. Well, maybe if you were sitting close to them, you might be able to catch their eye. and get talking about getting you some better clothes, but perhaps not. I wouldn't want to disturb them. So we do have a corner over here, and I think this will be suited for you and your elusive guests this evening. What do you think? That's something you're interested in? Excellent. Now, let me just book you in. Can I take a name? Really? Doesn't sound particularly English to me. And a surname? Very common. Very common indeed. Okay, we just put you in there for this evening. I probably will rip this page out later, just delete the record that we actually had you in here this evening, but I'm sure we can make do for the time being. Okay, so I think that we can get you a table. So, before you enter, and I get a member of staff to escort you to your table, it is standard procedure, and I wouldn't be doing my job. Bear in mind that I wrote the rules for this. It would be standard procedure for me just to smarten you up a little bit. I'm sure you wouldn't want the embarrassment of going home and having to get changed before you go to eat. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to brush off. There's bits of dust and those creases there, and just smart you up a little bit. Make sure you're in tip-top shape to eat in this restaurant. Okay, just stay right there. Have my emergency tools with me here for such occasion that we get a rogue riffraff coming from the outdoors. Okay, so how about that? Oh, it's just a normal brush. Don't you worry about that. Okay. And the other side. Okay. That's it. Certainly smarten you up a little bit. I'm just going to do a little bit in your face there. Just move that. And that. I hope I didn't hit your eye there. Do forgive me. We are just making sure that you're looking your very best for your guests this evening to enjoy your dining experience here at our famous restaurant. Okay, well, I think you're looking ready to be coming into your seat. Right. Well, I can show you parts of the menu now. Well, this is most unorthodox. We don't usually read the menu out until everyone is seated and perhaps having a drink. Time to converse with one another. But that is the norm for the type of people we have in here. And you aren't the type of people that we have in here. Okay. And just a little bit. I think we are about there. So, as you can see, everyone here is smartly dressed. Try to keep up appearances. Not that we need to try, of course. It just comes naturally to people like us. So, I shall read you parts of the menu now. Hopefully you'll be able to recognize some of the dishes that we serve here. We have a wide selection. These, you aren't going to recognize the majority of these. How about that I pick you something from here for you and your guests to have this evening? I seem to have had a photo in here of when some very important guests came to visit. Okay, well, I think that this evening you and your guests should enjoy a 3-course meal rather than the standard of 5. How does that sound? Okay. Well, I was thinking perhaps king prawns for starters. They are most delicious. I'm sure you and your guests will find them tremendously tasteful. And accompany that for a main course. Roast beef, all the trimmings, with a few extras. I shan't spoil the surprise for you. I'll let you get a surprise when it comes out on the table, of course. I'm sure that you don't want to be surprised because we want you the illusion that you know what you're talking about, so your guests think you are a regular at this restaurant. Do you not? I thought so. And for dessert, oh, there we go. Chocolate dishes there. It's a kind of mousse with a mixture of warm and cold textures, and it's kind of an ice cream sorbet. It's all mixed together and excites the taste buds. Something that I think is very celebratory. Well, it should be for your first time visit at this restaurant. Okay. Well, I do believe that we have found a suitable selection of dishes there for you and your guests. Now, I think it's time that we get you seated, as you have bored me for long enough now. And to be honest, I was quite happy just looking off into the distance there before you came. So, I hope you enjoy your dining experience with us, and I look forward to seeing your guests turn up. And don't worry, you don't need to come over and tell me who they are, because I'm sure that I'll be able to pick them out. Well, if they're anything like you, they should stand out like a sore thumb. Okay, well, I'm sure I will see you on your way